Right. Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. As you can tell, we start working on our temporary base. Just getting stuff put in here. We still need to run the water. Know how we have irrigation, but okay. We'll take it. Like over there. Um oh yeah. Let's see. We got two Rexes. Um along with our Tech Rex that is right over there. Um, we did get two Rexes, a 150 and a 130. As you can see, like the 130 has the better melee. Um, and the 150 definitely has the better health and better stam that we're looking for. So we're going to try and capture at least 1 to 2 more high level Rexes today. So that way we can kind of just see what we're wanting to start with. Towards the end of the episode yesterday, we lost our big bird. Um, so I went back to the redwoods, tamed up this one. This one was the level 145, I believe, that I spotted after I tamed up Big Bird. So we're gonna move. Let's see. Do we have everything that we need? Think we need. Okay, let's go on and empty out Big Bird. So, how are you doing today? Hopefully, you're doing awesome. I know I'm doing great. Let's go on and do this number. We'll just take it all out right here. Okay. We'll toss that in there. Okay, we should have enough trank darts. Let's go find us some more narcotic. We definitely need that. Up here. Let's check back here. Yeah. There we go. Oh. So pretty soon we're gonna be able to start breeding our Rexes. Also I would like to work towards getting a good level Thylo. So I don't know if we'll get to there today. We should be able to get close enough. We started seeing more and more high level Rexes as far as yesterday's going, just constantly going through Carno Island, killing off all the creatures, and then new ones will spawn in. Lots and lots of alphas. So it was just crazy. We had Alpha Carnos, Alpha Rexes, Alpha Raptors, and sometimes we were even battling two of them at a time just to be able to do everything that we've been able to do. So hopefully this bird doesn't die anytime soon. I really like it. We also need to grab us a Bronto one these days. They're very good for narc narco berries. Well, berries in general. Now for this guy, um, I've been mainly putting into health. I did put some into melee, but most of his levels have been just strictly health because I just don't want him to die. So it's just easier that way. I think probably tonight, if I don't do another live stream tonight, um, I'm gonna be working on that base and at least getting the plants put in, so that way we can start looking for good a good male and female Euthyranus, so we can start doing a kibble farm. I think it's exceptional kibble or extraordinary kibble that they produce. And we're also going to be grinding for the redwood tree platform and the sap collectors. We also need to find a bee, so it's just busy, 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 busy. Um, but first, we gotta get these dinosaurs in. You know, if we don't have the right dinosaurs, we're we're gonna be behind. So it's a lot of behind the scenes grinding it all out, getting whatever I can done. Hey Joey, congratulations. I hope you're enjoying it. That's gonna be later on. Like I said yesterday. Um, that we're talking about months down the road making a server to allow people to play on it, because I gotta make sure that this series does well. So I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear, but I just can't fork out the money if a series isn't going to do well. How do I get a Rex? You gotta come up to this top island in the map. That's what I'm working on today. Getting up there so that way I can get a Rex at least. So we'll go on and shoot across and we'll turn the gamma down some. Alright, we already see a blue drop in the center. We'll go on and grab that, and then we'll start making our way around this and hopefully getting some more high level Rexes to spawn in. I couldn't believe it whenever that 150 spawned in, because it was like a 150 and a 130. How do I get on a server? Because I'm stuck on this home page. Give me a second. Because it you can play online on the servers. I don't know if they're still working or not. So you got your homepage, you go to host in local. Now mine's probably going to be a little bit different than yours if you're on Xbox. So let's see, if you want to join a server, your own server, host local, and then you just do your whatever settings you want to do. The island is the very first map that Ark dropped. It's one of the, to me, I think it's one of the better maps to test out and just see, you know, how you like it, because the game is hard, you know, especially as a new player. Be prepared to die. So once you go through all these settings and do all your settings up the way you want them, then you just click on whichever Ark you want and hit play. Nice. Oh, let's come over here. That drop already disappeared. All right, let's go around. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A Rex. Level 35. Sorry, dude, but you have to go. If you're not 140 and up, you have to die. Now I do think this time around I'm gonna have to at least keep a lot of the meat, so that way I can turn it into spoiled meat. That's through your Ingrams, that's through leveling up. You don't spawn in with the gun. Ingrams is right there. You spawn in being able to make a stone pick, so you have to pick up stones. You gotta punch trees, you know. You slowly grind up. By level 10, you get a bow and arrow. So your guns, you're talking about, well, you got a flare gun right there, but I don't think anybody really does much with that. You got a crossbow at level 25. Your long neck rifle is at level 35. So you're gonna have to grind a little bit to be able to have a weapon. Typically what I would do or suggest is start it with just the basic settings that's there. You know, don't worry about altering your settings. I mean, mine's altered because, you know, for one, I know basically what all that stuff does. I know what I'm looking for. So we're just gonna go around and we're just gonna keep, yeah. Just be careful with the dinos. They will kill you. Oh, there's a Carno. Okay. There's a dino. I'm getting chased. Yeah. Um, definitely. Whenever you start out, be prepared to die, like over and over and over again. Especially as a new player, learn the dinos. Don't hit the dinos. Like a lot of them just don't hit. Um, and just learn which ones you need to avoid and which ones you can actually get close to, because there's quite a few dinos that you can get close to them. Ooh, yes, another Rex. Come on. Kill these guys and then I can check out that Rex. Ah. Oh, that Rex is trash. Okay. We'll get a good Rex here soon. We just gotta get rid of all these bad ones. Dude, that does not faze me none. You can yell and scream all you want. Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with Ark a long time ago. I mean, it was like just one of those games that you died so many times, but it was just so fun seeing the dinosaurs and everything. And then your dinosaurs, they can actually harvest stuff for you. Let's get this drop. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll toss that in, that in, and that one. All right. Let's see. What do I keep? We're going to toss those berries. We're going to toss the outfit. We'll toss that one. We'll keep the... So, I would say let's put some more into health. Hey, how are you doing today? How do you make something to kill the dino? It depends on how you're leveling up and the Ingrams that you're picking. Ooh, 2 Rexes. Rex level 100. Rex level 30. Okay. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing very good. Today we're killing Rexes on Carno Island to spawn in some higher level Rexes. So just showing off this process so that way anybody that doesn't know this, they can learn. Here, we'll bust up Gamma a little bit. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're all here for, is to help one another learn how to play the game. And, enjoy this game. I mean, this is Ark Survival Evolved. I decided to do this series because a lot of people can't afford like a NASA style computer to run Ascend, so I can't get anything to kill the wait, I died. The hardest part is actually getting a good start out. So usually, like whenever I start out, if you look at the map, I usually start out around latitude 90, longitude 50. That's like an easy spot. Which if y'all give me a second, let me do one more round. We'll travel down there and I can show y'all whenever y'all spawn in around there basically what you need to do, because there's like explore notes that will give you like, they're kind of like an XP boost, and they last for I would say a good 2-3 minutes. So you're gonna want to hit those explore notes to gain XP faster. We'll come back to Carnivore Island. Oh, we gotta fill up our stam again. Okay. Yeah, like even my computer, I have a 4060 and it does not like Ark Ascend. So usually like my first dino that I'm trying to tame is a Petrodon. That's because I already know if I want to survive, I'm not going to be on the ground. I'm going to be flying around just killing everything like what we're doing now. And so this bird right here is an Argent. And so what we're doing here is we're on Carnivore Island. Carnivore Island is at your top right of the map. And what you do is once you get like a good Argent, you're going to come up here and you're just going to keep on killing all the dinosaurs. And you're going to be looking for Rexes. With Ark Survival Evolved, like right there, there's a Rex right in front of me. What level? He's a level 10. And so what we're talking about is whenever you're wanting a good level, for me, that's anywhere between 130 to 150. And that's your base levels. Anything lower than that, I really don't use unless it's like a farming type animal. and then I will get like a lower level Bronto. That would be a farming animal. Can you shoot him? Yeah, I mean it takes. There's a learning curve, like which dinosaurs you want for like what resources. We'll go we'll go back down to where I have my first temporary base set up at, so that way we can kind of look at the dinosaurs that I have, and then we will go to the easy spots on the map where a lot of people spawn in at. It's very rarely that you're going to see somebody sit there and spawn in a harder zone. So if we see any creatures on the way, I'll stop and I will let you know what they're basically used for to the best of my abilities. Because some of the very basic ones, they're very, very good. So, like, I'm pretty sure whenever you spawn in, you see the parasaurs. Parasaurs are a great early game tame. Um, they're good at gathering berries. You can also gather like wood and thatch with them. Triceratops, good at gathering thatch and berries. Dodos, you're really only going to use them for like kibble. Let's see. The turtles, they're tanky, so they can take a lot more damage. I don't really use them. I haven't found like a very good use for them just yet. No, let's see. That guy right there, the Pegomastix. That guy will upset you over and over again. The one right there, that just flared open his neck. That thing will spit at you and cause I don't have a server. This is all on single player. Like I was telling Joey earlier, that once like this series does well, then I will probably create a server. Now this one right here is like a XP booster. To tame this guy, you're gonna want to come up to him, see what he's asking, put taming food in the last slot. So your last slot is down in your hotbar. Let me just kill this. Okay. So, like right here, I would put the purple berries, the mojo berries, in that very last slot, and then you can feed it. Do you have to have a server to play with friends? Um, yes, as far as I know, there's no workaround for it. Um, Now let's say you have two Xboxes. You can put one as like a server, and but you can't play it. It's just you have that Xbox open. It's just to use as a server. I mean, I've done that before. Whenever I have multiple Xboxes, I'd have one running as a server. But the only problem is once you turn off that Xbox, nobody else can play. So You can go through like, I think it's like Nitrito or something like that. I used to go through them, but I didn't like their billing process because if you went through like Xbox for it, they wouldn't just automatically take it out. So it's like every single month you had to call them, you had to make the payment over the phone, and it just wasn't worth it. Now there's some official servers that you can join. Um, but those settings are the official settings, so you can't manipulate and you can't make it to where your dinos are, mating every 5 to 10 minutes and you're getting plenty of eggs. So there is some downfall playing official, but like for me, I play with boosted mating. Like the loot drops are boosted because if you're playing solo and you have a job, you're not playing for very long. You might be able to get by with playing like for 2 to 3 hours a day. So boosting your settings is beneficial like that. All right, we're still working our way down to the bottom, but we're almost there. I mean, if you want to, you can open up Ark and play along. Ooh. Now these things right there, whenever you come across them, always kill them. Because you'll get the chitin, which in this game you're gonna need lots of chitin. You're gonna need lots of iron. So once you get used to where to find iron and where to get some of these other items, it'll become a breeze. Brontos, they're great at picking up berries, and so that's what I use them for. Is I'll take them down to the swamp. I'll get like rare flowers. I'll get tons of berries. Um, all right, we're gonna come down here. We're almost there. Now, I don't know if Send still has them or ever has had them. Yes, I'm on single player. Um, but the base game evolved. We have what is called like tech creatures. You can get like tech parasaurs, tech trikes, tech rexes, tech raptors, and stuff, so on and so on. So we're gonna go to where people usually spawn on easy mode, just to kind of give y'all direction on it. Because if you can spawn more or less where I'm gonna be, it makes the beginning stages just a little bit easier. I mean, you still have to watch out. Okay, welcome back. No, 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 no. My harvesting settings is actually, let me. I'll show you my settings. So host and local, difficulty level 1, taming speed 5, harvest amount 2.0. I tried to keep it around like 1.5 to 2.0. 2.0 seems like that would be more realistic. I do turn down the water drain and the food drain because I just feel if you're going over there every single time to drink or eat, you're wasting a lot of time. Player harvesting damage, I have that set to 1.5. Admin logging, so that way, you know, everybody can see my log to see if I, you know, cheated something in, which it's not. I'm not going to do that on this series. I have it set on maximum difficulty, which forces dinos to spawn in at 150. Advanced. This in advance, this is where I did a lot of my editing. So like structure, prevent, mating interval, super fast, eggs hatch speed, super fast, baby mature speed, super fast, baby food consumption speed. You want this to be low? No. Single player settings, I don't really care for how those are, because even if you manipulate all this stuff, if you still have single player settings, those will sometimes override, and so like you won't be able to do what I'm doing here. And so as you can see, my day cycle speed and my night speed, I want more daytime than nighttime. Item decomposition, I mean, a lot of these settings are just trial by error, but like I said, you know, I do have the supply crate loot up high because I want to be able to make sure that I get everything that I need in a timely manner, since I literally usually play for like 2 or 3 hours a day. All right, so we are gonna go to where most people actually spawn in at, which is down at the bottom of the map. Okay, we'll still be here. All right, we'll switch the gamma to where it's not all white out. Okay. So whenever I opened up this world, this is where I spawned in at. We'll look at the map. So this is like one of the easy locations. Have you completed a map? This one's all unlocked. I have actually never fought the bosses. I just enjoyed playing, like collecting the dinosaurs and stuff like that. But for this series, we're actually going to do all the caves. We're going to fight all the bosses, so that way everybody can see, you know, how to fight them, how to win. And we're also going to be doing like a couple videos on the mutations and how to get them for your dinosaurs. All right. So another location that you can potentially spawn in is right down here. All in this area. Now, me personally, I prefer this area. And that's for the simple fact, and I can show y'all real quick. We'll just throw everything into our bird, except our food. So you start off in this area, you're going to want to pick up the rocks. You know, pick up as many rocks as you can. And then when you come across a tree, you just start smacking it. Open up your inventory, click on crafting if you have it set up like that, and you will be able to make your pickaxe. So we'll start by making one pickaxe. Throw that down into your hotbar. Now we have a pickaxe. These rocks on the beach, you'll find like the small little cluster rocks, not these big huge boulders, but whenever you find small little cluster rocks, you're gonna want to smack them. You see we got stone, flint, and metal from them. You're gonna want the metal. So you're gonna just come around and you're gonna keep on smacking them. By the time you do a couple of them, you'll be leveled up again. So you're gonna come back through here, and whenever you pick your engrams, you're not gonna be able to pick all of them. So you'll have to pick and choose. Like for me, it was the stone hatchet and the campfire. So once you pick that, you're gonna craft you your stone axe. Put down in your hotbar. Now each of these tools do something different. If you look at the screen, with the pickaxe you get more thatch. With the axe you get more wood. And the same thing whenever you're harvesting up animals. One will give you more than the other on certain items like hide and meat. So that's something to also pay attention to, especially as a new person playing Ark, is knowing, you know, what tool to use to harvest. So you just keep on going around, and you do have to watch your weight, collecting up the metal. Now if you start getting overweighted, then drop, you know, your heavy items, and you will be like these stones. You're gonna want to drop those. Flint, you know, go on and drop that. If you got like a lot of wood, drop it, because you're in the early stages, you don't really need that much materials. Now here, this guy got on the beach, so we're just gonna smack him with our axe, try and kill him. Okay, so since we have him dead, we're gonna smack him with the axe. You see, raw meat, 21 chitin and stuff. Let's try it with the pick. You get just regular chitin and meat. So it's better to smack them with the axe than your pickaxe, especially those little trilobites. Now, just remember, whenever you're on the beach like this one, I don't think I've actually activated, but you'll find, uh-oh, I heard you. There we go. Now these guys, they will gang up on you. Where'd that other one go? Okay, well, we defended ourselves. But definitely this area would be, look, another trilobite. So we'll just keep on smacking them. Now, by the time you kill like 2 or 3 animals, you know, maybe even sooner, you'll be able to upgrade again. So typically by my 3rd level, I try to get the spear. If I have anything left over, I'll put it into like the cloth pants, cloth shirt. Once you get to level 4, you're definitely going to want the thatch foundation and a hide sleeping bag. And if you can afford it, get the storage box. Let's see. Let's go to crafting. We'll craft up our own little campfire. So campfire, we're just going to place it right here. We can open it up. You're going to want to put wood in there as your fuel source. Add your meats and light the fire. Now that will automatically cook your meat and everything else. If you want to add more wood to it, then just come and chop down more. So that way you can ensure that you have enough. So we'll toss in the rest of that. And as you can see, we're already getting cooked meat out of it. Now, as your fire goes, your wood will turn into charcoal. Don't get rid of that charcoal. Keep it. You're going to need that charcoal with what is called spark powder to create gunpowder. So early stages, you're going to want to create a mortar and pestle and start just crafting up a lot of spark powder. That's just a very good and helpful tip. Nobody, hold on. Okay. See, there's our charcoal. So you definitely want to keep those. Now, another tip is while you're playing, once you get to, let's see, what level is it? We can also search it. Once you get to level 16, definitely get the wooden raft. Because that will take you to our next destination. And by that time, you might have a Petrodon, you might not, but you're definitely going to want some sort of tame, whether it be like a Trike, Pegasaur, or a Petrodon. Let's see where my bird is. I probably passed. Nope, here he goes. So, for me, I'm going to keep all this. I don't, well, I'll keep the metal. And we'll get rid of this. So once you get the raft, you're going to want to go to the bottom right island. That's what a lot of players know as Herbivore Island. There's no meat eaters, nothing that will attack you that spawns on that island unless you hit one of them. You hit one of those dinosaurs, then yeah, they're going to attack you. But for the most place, I mean, it's just a good starting point to really just dive deeper into the game. And plus, you have a safe haven. You know, you don't have to worry about raptors coming to eat you or anything like that. So we'll go out to Herbivore Island and show you what I've done on the island. There's numerous places that you can build at. You don't have to just build at Herbivore Island. As you can see, I started out right here. Like I said, mortar and pedestal. Right there. There's my small trunks from starting out, and there's my campfire. We'll go and grab that. And you can leave your campfires going and walk away from them, and they will still cook your meats. You don't have to worry about having to sit there right beside it. So we'll fly over here, and then we'll get our stamina up, and we will go to Herbivore Island. I mean, hopefully you are able to follow along. I know this is going by pretty fast. Just I'm trying to get back up to Carno Island to tame up a couple Rexes for my Rex army. That's what I'm going to use for the bosses, is a good mutated Rex army, and probably maybe like a Daedon. Daedon's is a pig on Ark. What they do is you can set them to where they will follow your other dinosaurs, and they have like a healing effect once you have it set up, and they will just go around, they'll kill your dinos. Going, we'll come right over here. Definitely, whenever you get the raft, my suggestion would be, I mean, as you can see, I got one raft right here. I got two more rafts right there. That's from the times that even I've died. But I would definitely come up here. There's my Petrodon. My viewers named it. Here's my Enki. This is good for metals. Here's one of my Rexes. This is what you call a Tech Rex, as you can see on the name. This guy still doesn't have a name, but I got this one yesterday. And then I had two more Rexes on me. We have our greenhouse going up with large plots. Now, this is going to be like further down the road than where y'all are right now. Especially if you're just starting out. But like I said, you can run around this whole entire island and nothing's going to attack you unless you attack them first. So, as a new player, this is probably like one of the best islands or places to just start up a small little base and get your feet wet with the game. You can find Petrodons, they'll fly over here. You got Ankies over here. So like this right here, this is one of my traps that we built on live stream to collect up a dino. As you can see in my lower left screen, is saying that I'm tired. To fill your stamina up faster as a player, lay down on the ground. You actually gain your stamina faster. So as you can see, nothing really attacks you. You do get these drops that will come in on the island, which is awesome. So like this one, here's a blueprint for a Mastercraft chitin chest piece. We'll go on and grab that. And we can throw that directly into our bookshelf. There are metal nodes up here. Let's see. Yeah, it's right up here. So you see that stone? That's a metal node stone. And then there's a small little baby one right there. And that's what you use your Ankies for, or your Ankylosaurus. So, like I said, expect, especially as a new player, to die multiple times. It's just part of the game. We all go through it. Like yesterday, I died like 6 times. So, let's see. We're going to drop that. We're going to take that. We'll drop those into place. Yeah. What else do we have? Oh, my spyglass. We're going to drop that. We're going to take that. We're taking that. We're taking that. Drop. On our crossbow. I think that's our whole entire setup. Yeah. So I'm going to head towards Carnivore Island because I'm trying to collect Rexes. Like I said, for my Rex armies. So whenever you're collecting high level tames, it's gonna be a pretty decent grind. But we all have to do it, you know. So if you have any questions about the game, feel free to drop them down below. I'm more than happy to help with your questions. See, 6. Yeah. Be like that level 50 Bronto, that would be a pretty decent tame. It doesn't have to be a level 150. And definitely be careful around the swamp area. There's oh there's snakes, there's berries, you know and berries we're meaning, baryonyx, not like the actual berries that you get from, the plants like that. Let's keep on going. We have to get Rex's. Yeah, that feels all blown out. So I'm still working on like my gamma. I haven't gotten it like perfect just yet, but we're getting there. This way y'all can see things as good as possible. Now those are phenomas. Um, those are good if you need poop. You feed them the stem berries and they'll poop, but you have to watch it because for those phenomas, you want more stats put into food, but you don't want their food to ever run out. So as you're force feeding stem berries, like let's say you just need a lot of poop um, for your crop plots, if you're going that route, then you definitely want to make sure that their health doesn't go too far down. You can wind up actually killing them. We're almost there. we should be able to start seeing the island in the background. Yeah. We'll get around this edge and then we'll get our stem all the way full this time, and we will go across. I think usually, like, if I can't get a decent Petrodon, I'll get a Parasaur, because at least the Parasaurs I can gather berries up a little bit better. Sorry about that. All right. So, like I explained earlier, this is Carnivore Island. This is where a lot of people go to get their Rexes, Raptors, and so on and so forth. We're going to park over here, and I'm going to take a quick little break, and then we will get started running it. But I'll keep the video feed live. We are back. So, Carnivore Island. Oh, whenever you start coming up here, you will learn to love it, but you will also learn to hate it. Um, a lot of people lose their tames here, and it's very easy. So for me, what I like to do is I like to go around and just kill everything. What we're doing here is a lot of this is not in render distance. So by just concentrating here and killing dinosaurs off, they'll spawn a little bit more frequently. Now I prefer the Argent. You can use Rexes to come through here and just eat everything. Just, I like the freedom of the Argent. It feels good. Alright, we're gonna draw everything this way and just keep on attacking. And as you can see, my health doesn't really go down that much. The good thing about Argent is once you eat it, you get like a health buff. So these two are probably mate boosted, meaning that, you know, one's a male, one's a female. There we go. We got one. We got the other. So you see in the upper right hand corner, the 16, 15, 14, that's your health boost. That will help you regain health faster. But you get that once you actually eat the carcass. Go a little bit higher, see what's around. So what I like to do is once you get to this backside of it, I like to go around this area. Because like I can already spot it. There's a scorpion back here. You'll get stuff that spawns back here as well. So just kill everything. And then fly back to the mainland. I'm not worried about that guy up there. Sooner or later he'll be lowered to the ground, and so I'll get him then. Now if you're on a flyer, you can shoot up and you can see around these rocks. If there's nothing, just come towards the center of the island, and this is still, you know, like the backside of the island. Then once you're up here, I like to shoot across. Now there's going to be drops left and right. I try to get as many of the drops as possible. You can get some good stuff, you can get some bad stuff, but it's still nice to get some decent gear, which you can from here. Like this. And that. So this is a Apache saddle. We'll go on and just drop that there. Now you do have to watch out for the dinos that do come from the beach. Cool. And we're actually pretty full on our bird. So since we're full on our bird, we're just going to drop a bunch of this meat. And don't worry about the prime meat because you'll get more than enough. I'm actually even gonna drop the hide. Okay. We'll take those. We'll drop those. Yeah. Okay. And we'll continue on this mission. So we're back up front again. Trying to force spawn in some Rexes. So we will take out these two Carnos. Now Scorpions, they're good for the chitin. That's why you'll see that I have lots of chitin, because you're gonna need lots of cementing paste. Chitin and stone gives you cementing paste. You're gonna need that whenever you get the fabricator. So if you start getting the chitin in the early stages of your game, the better. Some buildings or some items that you want to build, they'll take like 600 chitin and 600 polymer. Now yeah, you can go kill what are they, the penguins in the cold biome for the organic polymer, but most likely you're not going to be able to get enough. So you're still gonna have to craft up actual polymer, which is cement paste and obsidian. Oops, my bird pooted. So just like that. And then we will come up here. Now, whenever you do transfer from like one side to another, like what we did, we went from the easy to here. Sometimes you'll notice that there's stuff that's just not spawning. So just be patient, and sooner or later they'll start spawning in here. Now we're going to go to this purple drop, see what it has for us. A crossbow, which I don't think we need that crossbow. The crossbow that we have on us is actually a better crossbow. Alright, we're filling back up again. Oops. Oh well. And definitely be careful what you throw out. You don't want to throw out anything good. Okay, that looks decent. We'll continue on. And another drop on the way. What do we have? We got a scorpion up here. So as you can see here, we're not getting very many Well, I haven't seen a Rex this time around. Before we left, we were getting them, so you just have to keep on clearing out, and sooner or later, they will start. If you do see a dinosaur with like, um, it looks like red, like a red light coming from them, that's an alpha. Those things are terrifying to go up against. You cannot tame an alpha. You just have to kill it. All right, let's see. We're gonna grab you. Bring them over here. There we go. They're almost dead. And then we'll get the healing buff for my bird. We'll go kill this bird. All right. Let's see what's in this drop, shall we? Okay, we got 2 more blueprints. Here, we'll toss this. Megatherium saddle, not too bad. We'll just get rid of this stuff that we're not gonna need. Hmm. Well, like I said, it might take a little while, like what we're seeing right now, for the dinosaurs to spawn on in. And that, to me, that's perfectly fine. That's part of the game. I mean, it does tell me that maybe there might be an alpha. Go and take out this bird. Now, whenever you can, I would definitely say get you an Argent. These birds are just amazing. I mean, other than just beast whenever you're fighting, they can pick up tames. They can pick up wild creatures. Not all of them, but a lot of the smaller ones, like I'd say raptors and such. Come on, Rexes. Might be something that spawned over here. Yeah, there's nothing that spawned over here. Let's try killing this bird. We'll pull this bird closer to us. Maybe that's what we need to do. Thank you for your service. Looking for a wreck. Let's see, we're going to get rid of that. Get rid of the hide, get rid of the beef shirt. That berry, we're going to keep the narco berries, which are the black ones. And we will take that. Toss in that. And now, even though we haven't seen any Rexes so far, you still need to check, especially around this little lip, because they can get like clogged in there or like locked into the rocks sometimes. So you definitely want to keep your eyes open. Let's get our stamina up. There we go. Your stamina is going to be your lightning bolt, just in case you weren't aware of that. Let's see. Nope, nothing's locked over here. Now, typically, between this side and like where I have my trap set up, dinosaurs don't usually spawn there. There goes the Carno. As you can see, you just get a lot of material. All right. No, we should have stuff. We should have creatures spawning out here. Which I don't know why there's nothing that's spawning out here. I mean, typically this is like the go-to place. Like you'll see Rexes on that backside. What we'll do is we'll go a little bit slower. We'll do the whole entire outside of this island and see if we can get stuff spawned in. Like over here, I've seen in a couple of the live streams, like Rex is just falling straight through the map. So that's something else that, you know, you need to think about, is that they can fall through. Like usually you'll get spawns over here. We're going to kill both of these birds. And we're going to bring them down to this scorpion. All right. We'll keep on going. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll need to go back to the main menu and come back in. That might fix the issue. But usually you have lots of dinosaurs that spawn in this area. The scorpion. Out of stamina. We'll let them come to us. Oh. Unless we're gonna get like a big alpha. Here's some raptors. There's a tech raptor. Okay, so you see the bags that are on the ground. That tells me that my bird is too full to get all the material from these guys. So by doing that, we'll eat those two. Feed the jellyfish out in the water. Not seeing anything on that back island so far. We're right over here. Which this is another good area for like the spawns. We'll just do a quick run around. We'll just go on and kill that bird just in case it was stopping stuff from spawning. Alright. So I think we're going to switch our flying direction. We're going to go this way now. And if we don't start seeing stuff spawning in, what we're going to do is we're going back out of the game, reload the game, and hopefully that should fix the problem. All right, there goes that. Let's see. All I'm seeing is like a few scorpions here and there. So I think that's what we'll do is we'll kill off these. We'll back out of the game. We'll reload the game in and see if that fixes this issue. Because on that back side back there, you should always get stuff that spawns in there. And with them not spawning in, you know, that tells me something's up. We're going to take out that guy. Okay, after these two, we're gonna go over towards our taming pen, and like I said, we'll back out of it and we'll come back in, see if that changes the spawns. Usually whenever I come out here, I tend not to leave until, you know, I absolutely have to, because sometimes stuff like that will happen where stuff will just not spawn in for you. One of the many quirks of the game. So we're going to come over here. Let's see what we're going to drop. It's always meat. You're always going to have like a lot of meat. We'll do the hide, jump off, exit to main menu. Now what I'll do is I'll go all the way out. I'll shut it down. Yeah, sorry about that. Pers- pretty much like, are you on a Carno Island? Okay, so there. So, I'm sorry, I didn't see none of those new messages. They weren't coming through. Um, play single player. I got to go. Sorry, see ya. I'm working on it. How do I heal? Okay. Well, at least we have the messages back. And again, I apologize. Um, I didn't see the messages. Now let's see if that helped. Um, the spawning up here. And so far, I'm not really seeing anything. But then again, it's super foggy. So I could have passed up something. Let's see, an Argent in the air. We'll take them down here. We'll go on and get these going. All right, we got the boost at least. Let's see, that bird has his health stuff up. Oh. All right, we're already full again. Okay. Sounds like the rain has actually stopped. Yeah, it has. We'll come down this way. Maybe we need to get away from this area for a little bit. That might fix it. You know, go to Herbivore Island. Yeah, as you can see, nothing's spawning out here, and that's... Wait. We do have scorpions. So something spawned back here. Just usually like they'll spawn up front and they'll spawn in the back. So that's what we're looking for when we go out there. In case you're wondering, there's a setting to be able to find your body, but you have to have that setting activated in order to do so. Dude, don't run. Don't run. I'm right here. We can be friends. I promise. We'll grab this. Okay. Mm, we'll do that. We'll throw this all on them. Exit out there. Still not seeing anything back there. All right, we're probably gonna do another round. If nothing shows up, then if no Rex shows up, then what we'll do is we'll go down to Herbivore Island and we'll just work down there for a little bit. So usually whenever they don't spawn in like this, there's usually like a high level alpha around. That's what I've noticed. But I'm not seeing any high levels, so we'll probably just leave this area, let it despawn, for a couple minutes, and then maybe try and come back. Really don't want to use the game rule. Because usually from this point back there, you'll see various creatures spawning. But as we can see, nothing's spawning back here. Well, except for 2 scorpions. Here, we'll just smack around this area. Just in case something's, got locked into the rocks. Okay. So this time around, we have not seen any Rexes whatsoever. Um, we've seen some raptors. We've seen plenty of argents, plenty of scorpions. Just absolutely no rexes, no alphas. So that tells me that something's up with the spawning over here. Let's head back to our temporary island. Um, and oh, that's just a blueprint. I was about to say, oh my gosh, they're actually gonna give me a fabricator. We'll throw out this stuff, throw out that. Yeah, our guy's pretty heavy, so we definitely need to take him home, get rid of some of this stuff, and then we can come back. And hopefully by that time, it fixes itself over here. Just take one more look behind us. Yeah, we're not seeing anything actually spawning. Well, we'll just go around killing these guys too. Might as well. Huh? I told you I loved you. Oh, you're going back, you're getting back into work. How did the flowers go? Oh, okay. So if you are wondering who I'm talking to, it's my girlfriend. She's actually home from work today. We're gonna try killing everything on our way back to Herbivore Island to see if we can get the the dinos to start spawning over at Carno Island. We've already logged off to try and get them to spawn back in. That didn't work, so we're just gonna go through and we're gonna just kill them. Lots of Titan bows. That was probably some Titan bow venom, but Sorry for Noma. What can we get rid of? We will get rid of that. Okay. Let's keep on going. Drink a coffee. Now the frogs, if you tame up a frog, you can eat bugs and it'll turn it into chitin. I don't know if it's like instantaneously, but I do know it will actually turn it into chitin. Who knows? We might showcase a new game on here today. You know, just like usual, I don't remember the name right off the top of my head. Just I know that it's on Steam, it's on Xbox Game Pass. On Xbox Game Pass, it's for free. And from what I've been hearing, it's supposed to be like Fallout. So we might give it a go, see what it's all about. Now, I do know we have a cave over here. We might do that cave if we can get a Thylo. We'll get this one. And we will park right here until we go over to Herbivore Island. So hopefully y'all have been enjoying it. So hopefully y'all have been enjoying it, finding it educational. I want to say thank you to each and everybody, well, each and every one of y'all for tuning in to another episode. We're gonna get over here. We're gonna empty out our Argent. We're probably gonna go to the Redwoods, see if we can find a Thylo, at least a decent level. We need to make taps to go over there, so that way we can start collecting sap. So hopefully we can actually tame up a Thylo. And no, you don't need sap to tame up a Thylo. We will transfer that over. Open up our bookcase. It's over here. We'll toss this stuff into it. Most of the stuff we actually tossed on the ground. Okay, here we go. Toss that in. We'll toss that in. Let's go to our furnace. We only got a little bit more that we need to put away, and then we'll be done. Toss that in, toss that in. Gunpowder. Well, the charcoal. We have one of these. Yeah. So we'll craft up all that. Which one's this one? Do something like that, and we'll put the rest of this hopefully into here. We'll put the rest actually in here. Throw that in there. We'll throw those two in there. All right, what do we need for? I think we need like metals cementing paste. And so we're also going to need a lot of cementing paste, fiber, metal, and wood for this one. So let's go on and start collecting that. I think it said something like 1,600 wood. Go and drop this off. Naturally, we'll check our chest. We should have wood in our chest. That will help speed up the process as well as getting rid of stuff at the same time. Yeah. Cementing paste. Just get this stuff out. Hopefully that's enough cementing paste. So cementing paste, a lot of cotton, a lot of stone. So you will be grinding that stuff out. All right. So we just need metal. which we did use a lot of. We will take this guy. Let's see. What do you have on you? We'll put it into weight. See, you see, there was like a animation where they would dance. I mean, this was like, some of them still do, but used to like every single one of them would do like animation to dance. So we'll come up here, we'll collect some more metal. We're gonna need the metal to smelt, which will give us a chance to try and find a Thylo. I don't have my gun. Must have accidentally tossed it. Now, if we can get us a Thylo today, probably tomorrow we will do our first cave in this series. I know I want to get an otter because otters can hold multiple artifacts, so we might do that as well today. At least try and find a otter. See, we can drop some of this stuff. Make them a little bit lighter, and we'll come over here and we'll grab these metal nodes over here. And we'll be able to go back down and start smelting up this metal while we look for Thylos and otters. Which we'll probably look for the otter first. Alright, let's get rid of this stone. Now the Ankylo, you will get a reduced weight for metal. Metal's usually pretty heavy. I think like a full stack is like, let's see, we can see it. A full stack on an Ankylo's 45, but on me it's 300. So there's like a great reduction in weight for the Ankylo. We'll get this guy back. Let me check something. Definitely don't want to whack those trees. Worry. Worry heavy as is. Hold on. Um, that we need another gun. 94 out of 95. Okay, we're gonna need some more metal because I gotta replace the gun that I accidentally tossed. Because we're gonna need that for the Thylo. We'll take that with us. We'll transfer that. Oh, we're getting close. Okay. We gotta grab our weapon. Should be able to find the Thylo and bring it back. Our big bird is nice and empty. Yeah, see, there's like even though dinosaurs are spawning over here, so definitely something's going on. Which that's fine. We'll figure it out. But we should be able to get an otter. That's our main thing. I see Petrodon. I see a dodo. Now, where we're gonna go for the otter is gonna be on the northern side of the redwoods. That's where we found them last time, so we will attempt to do it again this time. For otter, you had to feed them dead fish. You can't harvest the fish meat. You just have to kill a fish and then run after the otter and spam for PCE to try and feed it to them. Now, one time I did see an otter like over here, but that was like a long time ago. Lots of dinos here. Just go and kill these guys. Make more room for more dinos to spawn in. And we'll come up here and we'll perch, get our stamina up. Yeah, there's some pretty decent dinosaurs in this area. Novice. Totally missed that guy. Now, you definitely want the raw mutton. The pelt's decent too, just you're gonna want that raw mutton. That helps you tame a little bit faster. Definitely keep that mutton. So definitely earlier in this live stream we did see some Rexes. They were all too low level. Alright, let's try and get this ring. For drops, you definitely want to get the ones with the rings. Those are like the best of the best. We're almost to the redwoods. So on the map right here is another location where of course you can get metal. I believe at the top there's some crystal. Go off this area just real quick. So metal just all the way around. Then up at the very top, like I said, there's some crystal, some other metal nodes. You know, you could probably knock down some of these trees and create like a metal farm over here. Just you do have to watch for all these other dinos. We're gonna get across the water. Now, this area, that's called the Redwoods. You definitely don't want to be flying by the trees, but especially like these thick ones, because a lot of times there could be a thyla in them and they will actually jump. They will dismount you on your flyer. Look, see, there's some bees. Beehive and another beehive. Here, we'll go on and land. Now, hopefully we don't get pounced. Looking in the trees. And if we can see a thylo. Nope, I'm not seeing anything just yet. I thought maybe there was one in that tree, but I think it was just the way that the leaves were. Now, for me, I love bringing thylos in like the caves. I just think that they really work well in them. Let's see. Let's bust up gamma. We should be able to see a little bit better with our gamma raised up. Kind of whites out everything else, but as long as we can see the thylos. Now, sometimes you can spot them on like the ground, but usually they're up high in the trees just waiting for you to fly by so they can jump on you. Try and see if I can find a tree with one on there. So that way I can show y'all so you know what to look for. Just seeing bees nest. We'll move away from that tree just in case they're on the backside. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for like a little bulge on the tree. If you see the trees, they're pretty much, nice and straight. Now, if you see a bulge on it, that's probably going to be either a beehive or a thilo. Okay, that's a leaf. Thought maybe I saw one for a second there. We'll just keep on working our way around until we get to this northern side. There goes some more bees. And that tree is just littered with bees. We're getting in the area where I usually find otters at. Go to our map. So as you can see, we're right here on this northern side. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go around and kill all this stuff. We need to get our energy up. Now I know it's gonna feel a little bit sketchy, but we're gonna have to get into the water. And let's see, we're gonna kill these raptors first, so that way we're not having to worry about them. And then you definitely want to have a crossbow. So we're going to get off that. We're going to whistle you to be neutral just in case something attacks. We can ensure that. There we go. We got a saber-tooth salmon. We're going to pick up the body. Let's see, there's the spino. We're just going to get right into the water. Once we go under, we'll be able to see. We're looking for an otter. So this might take a little bit. You might have to keep on searching. Let's move down a little bit. And we will keep on just searching. Oh. Ooh. Oh, come on now. Get him. Get him, not Big Bird. Yeah. Watch out for these things. Those things, oh. You're gonna wind up hating them with the passion. Okay. Not seeing any otters just yet, so we'll just keep on searching. There goes the piranha. Let's see, piranhas. We'll just go on kill and harvest, and we'll keep on moving down. As you can see here, we got some meat eaters, so you definitely want to kill these guys off. Okay. I see you, buddy. Okay. Now that thumping sound, that would be my health being so low. Since we've had a couple of those piranhas come and attack, our health would be low. So it might be beneficial to bring some like health potions or whatever they're called in this game. There's a Therizino. Let's go and attack this guy. We'll get rid of him. Doing some decent damage. All right. So we will let our health go on and rise. We will drop a lot of this. We'll keep the mutton. Let's see. So our health is rising. We'll transfer this. And maybe we can see them from the sky. So that way we can keep on looking. Okay, so there's beavers. Definitely harvest these guys for the stuff that you get. And these also. Get a little bit of chitin from them. Let's just check right here. We'll get our crossbow ready. Yeah, I don't think this is deep enough. Yeah. We got attacked again. At least we were able to take out that piranha. So there's the beaver, aka Castroids. Let's go down to the opposite side. Because these otters, they can spawn in all throughout this area. So we're going to try and spot it from above. And definitely check, on the sides because they do go out of water. So far, all that I'm seeing is some fish. There goes another Microraptor. And then still keep an eye out on the redwood trees. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just seeing fish so far, but that's okay. We'll just keep on looking. Otters are good because you can put multiple artifacts on them. They're the only creature that will actually carry multiple artifacts. You can't put artifacts on your tames or anything else like that. It's just strictly the otter. Even yourself, you can only hold one artifact at a time. Okay, let's see. We'll eat this Carno. Travel up it. So just like, what we were doing at Carno Island, you're basically going to want to do here. You know, when creatures die, new creatures are able to spawn in. So your chance of getting an otter to spawn in gets higher. Now, I don't think this is an office. Yeah. That one's not a office. Alright, let's go on and land. There goes the Spino right in front of us. Gonna head back this way. I'm surprised I'm not even seeing any Thylos either. There goes the snail. Alright, we're coming back down to where the beavers are. We'll look one more time. We don't find it, we don't find it. Just, we'll just keep an eye out. You know, I would love to have found one right off the bat, but it is Ark. Sometimes you have to keep on looking. We'll go on and move away. There goes the Carno right in front of us, a Microraptor. I'm telling you, once you play the game a little while, you will begin to hate the Microraptors. Make sure nothing's gonna come by to eat our face. We go. All right. We're gonna come back over to this area and look again for the otter. It might be, I don't know if piranhas will attack otters, but that might be the scenario, that just another creature's taking them out. But we'll give it a good try. Hold on. At least our Argent will kill it. Thank you, Argent. Okay. No. Let's see if we can spot one now. See if one spawned in. Look, right there. There's an otter. Alright. So we grab this. Let's see. Ooh, there he is. Come on, buddy. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Get some more air. Where did he go? Okay, there he is. So whenever he stands still, that's when you're gonna want to feed him. And so we'll pick up an otter. There we go. So like I said, it might take you a little while to find them, but just don't give up. You know, I mean, these things, they're amazing for what they do, and they're very, very helpful. So now let's go through here. Look, 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 right there. Oh my God, we're seeing them now. A level 85 Thylo. Of course, we're going to want a higher level Thylo, but at least y'all can see what I'm talking about is looking for bumps on these trees. You got the beehives down there. Let me go on and show those. You got the beehives down there, but over here we have the Thylo. Okay, that's a leaf. Now, a lot of people do like to build down here. It's a pretty decent location. Just me personally, I don't build in the redwoods except for, the mountaintops. It's just personal preference. So we're going continuously to go through here and search. We found that level 85 Thylo, which isn't a bad level, but if we can get a higher level, I'd rather get a higher level. Ooh, look at that, Rex. What level are you? Level 20. Oh, you're trash. So if you're going to fly like this in there, my tip and hint for that is fly low. You don't want to be way up there and then a Thylo knock you off your mount. You want to be close, have your mounts, to where they're following you or they're on neutral. So just in case you start getting attacked, your mount will help you out. I'm not seeing any Thylos, so we can go on and go up some. I'm not even seeing them down here. I think those are saber tooths, yeah. Let's do where we're at. Yeah, we're going to Iron Mountain here. That's right up there. You can find a lot of good iron nodes. Now I do have a taming pen up there, but it's not finished. Well, it is finished, but it's for art. Oh, look at that. Level 30. Just be cautious. You know, you have Argents over here. This is where I tame my Argents in my taming pen. There goes the Alpha Carno. We'll pick up our stamina. So far, those are the only two Thylos I've seen. Hmm. Alright, let's keep on searching this way. Like, there goes another Tylo. And of course we missed it. What level are you? Level 15? You're trash. Now, let's say you want to get rid of that Thylo. The best way to do it, like I've said before, make sure you have a good crossbow. Try and shoot him off. There he goes. He's jumped off. Now to see where he went. Oh, there he is. He's all the way down here. Still be cautious because, you know, they can still get up there. Where did he go? Oh, okay. I see him now. Level 15 Thylo. Not too bad. I would definitely say keep your head on a swivel flying around here. Don't want to be caught off guard by them. Died many a times here trying to find them. Not seeing any others, but they could be on the ground also, so definitely keep an eye out for them. Just loads and loads of beehive. Come out this way and we'll take a look from the outside in. See if we can spot any more. Looks like the northern side. So I would say we did a full circle around it, except for the swamp area. We can go on and do that. So the highest level that we saw was at level 85. We need to go land. We'll land right here. nothing. All right, well, let's move up here. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, you see that? Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Okay.
We am gonna go. I mean, how long it takes me to gather flowers up? I may not come back here. I might just do it in my car in the parking lot because it's almost 4.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
I love you.
I love you.
And I'll see you.
All right, babe. All right. Man, that was close. But that's just, that's should tell you how dangerous it really is. That Thilo came from nowhere. Yeah. Let's see, what level are you? Level 30. The There we go. Got him down. He'll come to me, and then we should be able to just kill him. If he comes. I think he probably went somewhere else. What's that? Rex level. Oh, okay. There's the Thilo. Level 30. So what this is going to allow is we're taking out the lower level Tylos, which will allow new things to spawn in, and hopefully we get some higher levels. Just in case you were wondering. Let's see. I think we will go to our temporary base. Now, Thylos, they can jump pretty far, so just be wary when traveling around these redwood trees. I would go up high, especially if you're leaving the area. You go low, what happened to me will happen to you, but hey, at least we got an otter. So I definitely need a name for our otter. So let's go towards home. Now this stream's been going on for a pretty good time. I think what we're gonna do is once we get back to our home, we're gonna end this stream. Our next stream, we're gonna be showing off a brand new game. People are saying that it's supposed to be like Fallout. I haven't looked at the game that much, but we're gonna go check it out. You know, that's what we do on this channel. We look at different games, we check them out. I do it all live, so that way y'all can see and hear my reactions to the games. So hopefully I get to see y'all there. I think it's called Atomfall or something like that. So we'll give it a try on this channel. We'll see what it's about. See if we like it. Ooh, Allosaurus is nice. All right, we are about to have to stop for more stamina. There we go. Let him get his stam up. Now, I also heard that these guys are pretty good for caves. I just haven't seen any high level berries. There's another one over there. Yeah. So we would have to go through and we would need to kill off those guys to try and get a better level. Where sometimes you can find real high levels just by, you know, going around. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. You know, I enjoyed having all y'all here. If y'all could, leave me a like. You know, if you would like to see more of this content, feel free to subscribe. Everybody is welcome. And we'll get home and then I'll see y'all in the next video. Wish I didn't have to hiccup so much. Let's pick up our stem and then we will go home. So we definitely need a name for this otter. So if y'all can think of a name or want to do a name, drop it in the comment section. Our temporary base. Let's see. There's our otter. Oops. I think I put the fish on you. Yes, I did. There we go, buddy. Get your health up and get your weight up. So I will see y'all in the next.